With just a day to go before the transfer window closes, Kaizer Chiefs have confirmed 3 signings that we've been linking to them for the past weeks. Well, hearty welcome to Oscar Nzinze Football. Thank you for joining us. Let us dig deep and engage on what has been happening at Naturena today. Now, Kaizer Chiefs have confirmed the capture and the signing of Tashreeq Morris, Thabo Cele, and Makabi Lilepo, the Congolese. Now, what's important is, obviously, we've spoken about the players over the past weeks, their qualities and whatnot, but I think it's only fair for me to also give the viewers, followers of this channel, a perspective on what these players will add to Nabi's system. But before we can get there, it's also important to have an overall view of the squad that is currently at Naturena. Nabi plays primarily a 4-2-3-1-6 system. He enjoys a big man up top. At any time he will play with a Dupree. There'll be multiple opportunities because he's fast and all of that. But even when he's playing a Dupree, he's going to have his wingers putting in crosses. But where are the crosses going to? I mean, there were times when Chivaviro was not playing and Dupree was the one deployed to that number 9 position, and multiple times there were crosses into the box, but there was no big man into that box. Now you look at the goalkeepers. They have Ntore, the Rwandan. They've got Bavuma and Peterson, who've been at Kaizer Chiefs for some time. Those are the goalkeepers. I'm not sure if Mulife is still there. The Kaizer Chiefs fans will comment on the section below. Please don't kill me. Don't kill me. We are just engaging. And then the defenders. Actually, this is the opinion I have of the Kaizer Chiefs squad. On paper, the type of players and the quality of players Kaizer Chiefs have got, they should actually be competing to win the championship. Honestly, this is on paper. Obviously, this is me including the players that have been brought in this January transfer window. You look at the defenders, the right back position. You have a Frosler, you have a Solomon who's been battling with injuries. You also have a Njabulo Blom who can fit into that right back position. And then the center backs. Right center back, you have Msimango, who now is no longer playing because of the Angolan who was signed in July. Inacio Miguel, that right center back position. Left center back position, you've got a Botswana International in Detroit, where you've got Dudley, who was signed from Cape Town City. And then left back position, you have a Mashian who played there yesterday against free agents. You have a Bradley Cross as well, signed from Golden Arrows. You go to the midfield, that number 6, or call it in number 8 position. You've got multiple players who can fit into those positions. Call it CDM, call it defensive midfield, call it the 8, call it the 6. But the players that I will mention now, they can do both. They can defend and they can actually do the role of playing the box to box. You have Sibongiseni, the Ox, Mteto. You've got the captain Yusuf Mart. You've got Samkelo Zwane. You have Thabo Cele, the new signing. You have Castillo. So I'm counting about 6 players. You also have a Njabulo Blom. His versatility comes into play. He can fit in right back, but he can also play a number 6 or a number 8. And you go to the 3, because he plays a 4-2-3-1. The 3, you have a Serino. You have Serino as an attacking forward, or one of the wingers, or half winger you can call. You've got a Serino, you've got a Vilagazi, you have a Modi, you have a Botswana, you've got the new signing Makabi Lilepo, you've got the central players who are more like your number 10s. You've got a Nkosing Pile Ngobo, you've got a Matlo, you've got a Shabalala, And these are decent players. These are sound players, good players on paper. And then your target man or false nine at times if the big men are not available. And Ashley Dupree, speedy. And we've got the big man in Ranga Shivaviro and the new signing in a Tashreeq Morris. Kaizer Chiefs fan wanted to bury me alive for constantly mentioning Matthews instead of saying Morris. Charlie, please calm down. Don't be emotional. Tashreeq Matthews plays in the same league, and he's the one that's more common amongst the lips of many football followers in this country. So please don't want to kill me now for using Matthews interchangeably with a Morris. But we all know it's a Tashreeq Matthews. Relax, Charlie. Calm down. Anyway, so that's the perspective. That's the overall squad that is at the disposal of Nasreddine Nabi and the technical team of Kaizer Chiefs. Now, a Thabo Cele, Tashreeq Morris, and a Lollipop Makabi Lilepo. What are they going to add into the system of a Nabi? Now, if you look at the profile of the type of players that Nabi has used from young Africans in Tanzania and ASR in Rabat, Morocco, he's always, obviously he's not African, so he'll always want to leverage on set pieces, your corners, your free kicks in and around the box. Now, if you have to start with the Tashreeq Matthews, if you watch closely the game Kaizer Chiefs played with SuperSport where they lost 1-0, you'll realize the number of opportunities a Tashreeq Matthews had in that box. Multiple headers. You hear a cross, some were saved, and his hold-up play is also decent, is very sound. So you got a player that fits the profile of a number 9 that a Nabi wants. No different from the number 9s he's had at young Africans when he had Kennedy for Kaunda. Is it Kaunda? Kennedy Kaunda of Zambia. Forgot the other number 9s who were there. And the Botswana International was playing as ASR, big man, holder, play well. He's a threat aerially, no different from a Tashreeq Matthews. Aerially, a Tashreeq Matthews, he might not be rated as high as other strikers in the country, but he's coming to a side that have created a lot of chances. The only part Kaizer Chiefs have failed is to finish off those chances. Now you have a big man who, when given an opportunity, he might actually finish off those chances. I mean, he's got a Shaba playing in and around him. He's got a Sereno. He's got a Mfundo Vilagazi. He's got a Potsana. He's got a Modi who's hungry again. And he's got a Matlo. Matlo is back, underrated. He probably is going to own that number 10 position. I'm not sure with the derby coming, if he's going to finish off the game. Maybe he might start and play 70 minutes or so, but he is quality. And no wonder Kaizer Chiefs have always been, adamant in retaining this guy. I can just tell Matlo is quality, even if his contract is not renewed. If it's not renewed, I'm not sure if it was given a year extension or not. The guy is going to get a team. Hopefully he will stay injury free until the end of this season. So you've got a Matlo who can put in those passes. He loves his short passes with the players that are playing in the middle. So Yusuf Marte, your Modi, your Sereno, your Duba. Unfortunately, Duba is injured for the upcoming Soweto derby. So a Tashreeq Morris is going to have multiple chances. That's a given. It will be up to him if he's going to finish them or not. Only time will tell. Hence, I'm emphasizing this point that on paper, Kaizer Chiefs, Nasreddine Nabi has got a decent squad, and a squad at least that fits the profile that he wants, at least from now onwards until the end of the season. Now, that's what Tashreeq Morris will bring to this Kaizer Chiefs side. Now, whether the fans will approve of the type of football they will play, because with big men, one thing that's guaranteed is that there's going to be a whole lot of launching of those balls into the box, especially when they are trailing. There's going to be a lot of crosses coming from Sereno, coming from Mfundo Vilagazi. There's going to be a lot of diagonal balls coming from a Njabulo Blom, who can actually execute those ones perfectly. So you're going to have these different dynamics into games, and at least now he's got a whole lot of options. Now let's go to a Makabi Lilepo that we don't know a whole lot about, but at least one thing is for sure: he's skillful. He likes taking players on, almost similar to a Christian Saile, but the difference is that with him, we've seen a lot of goals. We've seen a lot of him eliminating players and assisting. And then another thing about him is that he's a big man. He is a big man. So from now onwards, any team that plays Kaizer Chiefs will be a threat when there is set pieces, corners, free kicks. They've got a whole lot of big men. Miguel has shown that he's good in the air. De Klokwe has always shown that he's decent in the air. I mean, he is a defender. But now you've got forward players who are taking forwards in a Ranga, in a Tashreeq Morris, and then you have a Lilepo as well. He can play wing. He likes to cut in, almost like the legendary Thierry Henry. But he's a tall boy. He's a big boy. Last but not least, Thabo Cele. I like Thabo Cele. I just hope that Kaizer Chiefs, they're still getting a Thabo Cele that we saw in the Olympics some years ago. He's a proper player. One thing that we must always consider when someone who's played for that long in Europe, I mean, Thabo Cele has been playing in Europe from the age of 16. He's 28 now. So the climate there and here, completely different. Yes, he's from KZN. Yes, he was born here. Yes, he grew up here. But look at how Njabulo was struggled to get to the pace of the PSL. I mean, he's really struggled. He's not back to the Njabulo we know. But he was clicking, enjoying, flowing, cruising while he was in the MLS playing for St. Louis. So it might be the same thing with a Thabo Cele, but only time will tell. But I'm really, even as an opposition fan, I'm excited to witness what a Thabo Cele will bring to this club. Comfortable on the ball. He's arrogant, he's got the confidence. When he's on the ball, he's his build-up play, when he can link the midfield with the defenders and with the strikers. So in a Thabo Cele, he can play as a 6. In a Thabo Cele, he can play as an 8. Would be nice to see a midfield 3 of a Yusuf Mart, Matlo, and a Thabo Cele, or Ox, Matlo, and a Thabo Cele. He's got options for days. He can play anywhere and anyhow. He's got a pass in him as well. Exciting times for the Kosi Nation. Obviously, there's a day to go before the transfer window closes, and they are still linked to a Tembingo Siloch of Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see what's going to be happening in the next 24 hours, but I don't think Kaizer Chiefs are done with signing in this January. Thank you for joining once again. You do support my channel, this platform, by liking, by commenting, subscribing, by sharing, by watching the ads. That's how you contribute to the growth of this channel. I really appreciate the support, really appreciate the love, the engagement, all types, negative and positive. I do attempt to answer to all comments. Now let me end it there and see me on the next one. As I say, may my God bless you all.